just like in jiu-jitsu or in other sports, there's sometimes like some absolutes, some common themes that should carry over between all different movements. And in fitness, one of those themes is this idea of neutral spine. And I think a lot of people talk about like Superman, back extension, get your chest up. And I think they talk about this a lot because what it does is it has a tendency to lower out your lumbar, and it gets you in this extended position. But really what you want to think about is you want to think about your spine like almost like a piece of PVC pipe in a way. And you don't want to have any overly flexion or overextension. So as you're bracing your movement, whether it's in a deadlift position, a back squat, a shoulder press, whatever you're doing, you want to think about your belly braced, not too braced like this, right? Or whatever this is, and not overly arched either. So if you don't want to be in this extreme position either, you want to be in what's called a neutral spine. So again, from head to hip, I'm just neutral. If you looked at me, you'd be like, oh, that guy looks normal. If you looked at me and you're like this, you'd be like, what's the matter with that guy? He seems odd. Or if I'm walking around like this, you'd be like, what's up with that dude? You want to try and think about these common themes. So again, if you're deadlifting off the floor, I'm neutral from head to hip. If I'm back squatting and I'm starting to descend, I'm neutral from head to hip. If I'm in my shoulder press position, I'm neutral from head to hip. Always in that same position across all themes. Kettlebell swing, anything. You want to maintain what's called neutral spine position, which is done by bracing the belly. A good tool is, if you want to incorporate, it's called a hollow rock. And the reason why this is a good tool is that it teaches you how to brace your belly and resist change. So check this out. If you lay on the floor, right now my back is opened. I'm kind of like, my low back is off the floor. If I brace my belly down, my lower back hits the floor and it creates this neutral spine position. I could then from here either bend my knees or I could extend my legs and I could rock. Now the reason why this is a beneficial movement, the hollow rock, is because I'm resisting change. I'm maintaining neutral spine and I'm resisting the change to do this. I'm resisting that. Whereas in a sit-up, you're actually creating that flexion and extension. In the hollow rock, I'm resisting it, which translates really well into barbell or dumbbell exercises.
So this is a great exercise for someone to train on how to have that posture.
Yeah, so here, and it's very difficult to do. So look, my shoulders are slightly off the floor, my belly is braced, I'm fully engaged right now. And if someone does this for 20 seconds like that, and then rests for 10, and then does that for 8 rounds, they'll be feeling it. Yeah, so watch. So start off like this, okay? So you're laying on the floor. The step number 1 is this. Bring your knees to your chest. No, just don't even worry about your shoulder. Good. Now your shoulders come off the floor. This is step 1. Now what you're doing here, keep your knees bent for a minute. What you're doing here is you're feeling your belly button go towards the floor, and you feel that space that's underneath your lower back is gone now. Now your low back is flat on the floor.
Yep.
From here, extend one leg. Good. Now you're still holding it. Then extend both legs. Now while maintaining this position, put both your hands over your head. Like extending your arms out. Good. Now your belly. Now try and rock a little bit without opening that position. So stay locked in. Yes. Good. You're locked in that. Yeah, there you go. And you're holding it. You're holding it. You're holding it. Now if you can't do that, right, you would go back to knees bent, which is a little bit easier. But the idea is your shoulders are off the floor. Your belly is braced. You're maintaining this position, and your job is not to open and resist that. It is not to open, and you're resisting the change.
Man, that's incredible. No, I hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. So that was awesome.